Hello, this is Ryan. Welcome to the Wild Goose. Like, subscribe, and most importantly of all, enjoy the video. Hello and welcome to the Wild Goose. Today we're doing something kind of different. We're going to be reviewing the Division NOV of the new DLC in Steel Division 2. I'll be giving you my opinion and how I would be playing them, because I've already played a round of the Division. So I've gone a hand on what they're capable of, what they're good at, and what they are bad at. So let's just take a look. Overall, you see most of the division strength lies infantry, in your Recon, kind of in your artillery, and in your air. Your Recon tab is very simple. You have these 4-man squads with machine guns. I would not use them, although the machine guns are decent. You also have a sniper squad, which is good because you don't have a lot of long-range options with this division. You also have the Blenda, which is an Italian armored car. Now this is a little bit of a beast, because it has its HE shells, which fire at 105 rounds per minute, which is faster than rifles by themselves. It has okay armor, it has okay piercing, and it comes in large numbers, so that's very good. This is actually kind of like a frontline unit, and you get 3 cards of it. Because it comes out with 2 Bredas, which are, it's a machine gun, 6 rifles and 4 Berettas, 2 Molotov cocktails, which are very nice as well. So I would put some of those in your division, especially if you lack infantry that can hit at a long range, because these Bredas can hit at a long range. The Infantry Tab. This is the best part of the tab, or this is the best part of the deck, other than the air, which, I still think the infantry is better than the air. Okay, start with this. These are anti-tank squads. These are big anti-tank squads, which can, they can hold their own, but they can't fight any real infantry. The anti-tank rifle is okay, because it can hit at a range of 400 meters, accuracy of 60, pen of 20, so it can deal with armored cars and half-tracks. These heat shells are what you're really going to be killing tanks with. If a tank gets close to it, it instantly dies. So, since these guys also have the Raider trait, they're better at stealth. So just get these guys next to a tank, and you'll be killing that tank. Bombassi. These are not HE shells that like normal Sappery would have. These are more like grenades. They only have damage of 5, but you get 9 of them. So it is a trade-off. You also get Fanatical, which is nice. I use these, and they were good. They were good. But I also do believe that in large numbers, the Pioneering down here, which I'll get to, are better, but you do get a lot, so I'd put them in phase A if I were to use them. Let's see. Borsi. These are your line infantry. Very simple. Rifles, a submachine gun, and a machine gun. Okay, I'm not even going to pronounce that. You see the name. You can pronounce it if you can. Molotov cocktail, Carcano, and Beretta. I don't know if I'd use these. I didn't put them in my other deck. They could be alright because they have the Molotovs and the Berettas, but I wouldn't. Well, it really comes up to what you think. Commandeer, this is the leader you probably should be using, unless you want to go expensive and use one of these. But it comes in a large quantity, larger than theirs, and you can bring them in phase A, B, and C. Kersanti. These are another you must have, because they are also fanatical, and they come in squads of 13. They have some machine guns, which means they can fight in forests. They have rifles, which means they can do all right at medium range. but they're also fanatical, which means they are going to be able to fight, like, definitely, because they will not surrender, and other great bonuses for being fanatical. Pioneering. These are fantastic. Even though they are disheartened, that won't matter in the forest. You have these guys sit in the forest. They have 3 HE shells which do 10 damage. They will instantly pin down any unit that they throw a TNT at. They cost 20, which is basically nothing compared to what you could kill with these. Like, you could kill Brandenburgers if you are sitting still, because it's a 15 squad with 15 rifles and 3 HE shells. So I would always take these, B or C or both. Okay, Podriska, 5 rifles and 2 Brens. It's all right. It's all right. You could do long range. I didn't use it in my division, but you certainly can. It comes in good quantity, well, decent quantity, so you could take it. Definitely could be taken. Now, the best unit in the division, the line infantry that you kind of want to have, but I wouldn't take them in phase A, just so that you can maybe vet them if you want. Proletary. These guys have 2 submachine guns, 7 rifles, and a MG34, and a Panzerfaust. So these things can insta-kill tanks. They are good at pinning down because the MG34 is, I believe, the 2nd best machine gun in the game. First machine gun obviously being the 42, which is very unfair for the Allies, who I normally play. So, yeah. Definitely take both of these. Vet them if you want, but take them and preserve them. Then the foreign leaders, I don't know. Most of these I wouldn't take because this is like a frontline division with smoke grenades, which smoke grenades are always good, but I don't like my leaders fighting on the front lines. This leader unit is better because it has a Piet, I believe, but it also only comes in phase A. Max Vet is fine because Max Vet increases the radius of the leader. So all of these can be coming in the SPA or the Fiat. Both of them have the same speed, and they are the fastest vehicle you have. Every vehicle is 80 kilometers per hour. Anything else, even the motorcycle, is bad. Okay. R35. It's okay. Could be worse. The rounds per minute is okay. HE is okay. The Mac 31 is probably better than the HE. So, do with that as you will. The L6 is a little better. Breda is the machine gun has 1 machine gun. HE's fine. AP is 5 millimeters more, but it is also double the cost. So do with that as you will. Now, compared to both of them, though, none of them stand a chance against the Samoa. The Samoa is the best tank in the division, which is a little sad because it has a frontal armor of 60 and a piercing of 70. However, it has a very good fire rate for that piercing, so it can do very well. And I used it at great effectiveness. It is very good at killing infantry. It's very good at killing armored vehicles, and it is okay at killing tanks. Some tanks. Nothing like a Panzer IV. It would be killed by a Panzer IV. Okay. Support tab. The L3. Do with that as you will. The close support mortar. Very, very close. You need to be at a range of 500. Breda with Raider trait. I would not take it. This I also wouldn't take. Do with that as you will. Partop. Oh, this is a must-have. I don't think vetting it matters because it has a very small area of effect. It has a range of 200, which means you have to put it behind a building or in a forest. This thing is kind of insane. It has a damage of 10, and so it's like lobbing an HE shell. It is lobbing an HE shell. So, yeah. If you're good at micro, definitely must have. These are also very good. I always love infantry. I always love assault guns. They have a very good rounds per minute. I'd take it. Must have. MG42. You have to take it. It is also fanatical, meaning it will not surrender. So I would definitely take that. Opal Blitz. If you have a lot of artillery, yes. Do with that as you will. You just need to manage your supply. Commander, I'd take this one always. The unit commander can be bombed by artillery, and this commander can just be one shot by anything. So this, and it's also like really, it's also very decent because it's an armored car. So, yeah. Anti-tank. This is you don't have to take this because it goes at the same speed as everything else. This motorcycle is slower than every other vehicle that you have. So it will not get to the front line faster than your line infantry. This, you should probably take the Piet, but you don't have to. This, you can take it as a 20 rounds per minute, and it has a good range for that, so pretty decent. I wouldn't take the Pack 38. I don't know. You could or not. I don't know. Pack 75, definitely should take it. Because for any division that has real tanks, this will be a wonder in dealing with them. They're also vulnerable to getting hit by anything HE though, so take that as you will and hide it in a bush. AA gun, it's pretty normal, but actually this is a pretty weak AA gun. I would definitely clump these up. This I have not used yet. It's definitely better than that AA gun, the 20 mil, but it, unlike all the other gun like heavy AA, you cannot kill tanks with this. It does not have AP, unfortunately, but I would take this because you only have 2, and you are gonna need AA. Oh yeah, like just take the artillery and a mortar company because you'll need these to move around on the map. So artillery and mortar, you will have enough for that. Take this A phase, this A phase, this B phase. Boom. Air. Wow, this gets complicated. Even I don't know how to deal with this. But a must-have is the Mustang, which goes at a speed of 680. That's a must-have. Hurricane can work, but it is extremely slow. The Baltimore is decent. It has bombs, good bombs. Viewfighter, meh. I'd rather take this Viewfighter, which has AP rockets. Well, HE rockets, but it can definitely kill tanks. Marauder, yes. You have to take this. The Thumper too, take it. Venturna, 8 113 kilogram HE bombs. It's alright. Very good resilience. Spitfire, you already have the Mustang. You can take it if you really think you're going to need it. But also, if you really need it, you can take another Mustang. But this one's, yeah. Well, no. You have 8 Mustangs. Or 5 if you vet it. So you shouldn't need more than that. That is an insane amount of Mustangs. Ventura, 16. Okay, I just wouldn't take this. This is just flak fodder. That's all this is, in my opinion. Maybe you can make it work. More Spitfires. That is, and then defenses, nothing special. Alright, that is the NOV division. Honestly, pretty good. Does it compete with the other division that was also released for the Axis? Yes, it does. If you play it right and stay in the forests where you belong, oh yeah, you can definitely win any game. If it is a forested map, but if it is an open map, unfortunately, you're going to be relying a lot on your air and artillery, or you are going to die. Because open fields are not good. The Samoa is not a good frontline tank. Unfortunately. So, that is the division, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something today, and goodbye.